It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heinicke.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 23 carries, 86 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A first down throw for Heinicke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder, in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
first and 10, it's Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Heineke on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Heineke. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Heineke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Heineke. That's out wide here for Robinson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Eagles at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Heineke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Heineke's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Washington on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now Heineke. Able to connect with Dotson.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check 557, 557.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9, Heineke. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Heineke now.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well,
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Ready, set.
2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
To throw is Heineke.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Heineke on 3rd and 2.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
On play action, Heineke.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack.
Heineke.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long for Heineke. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was and Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. 1st down, Heineke.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders are back within a couple of the lead.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and a couple.
Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing. Heineke.
On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Heineke to throw it. Quick slant, Dotson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Heineke.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Sly on for the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And the rookie, Brian Robinson, finished things off with a touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Heineke.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Heineke. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 18.
They'll start with a give to Taylor.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down. On 1st down, Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Taylor going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Scott will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake, Heineke. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Heineke. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Heineke now from the 50. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down catch there by Jahan Dotson. You get the sense watching him that his ascent is only just beginning. More catches, yards, and touchdowns every year at Penn State, and played his way into the 1st round. A tremendous athlete. He also runs routes with great intelligence.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. Ebron with it over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hurts. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Heineke
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. He'll drop this down to Taylor.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling. Back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
He's back to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Hurts. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So a victory here for the Commanders. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Commanders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.